In the last video, I talked about the virtue of prudence. It's the virtue that, when we practice it, can help us choose wisely and do the right thing. Today we're going to take a closer look at the second cardinal virtue, justice. So when you hear the word justice, what comes to mind for you? Maybe you picture a courtroom or a judge or somebody finally being held accountable for some crime they committed. Or maybe you think about people who've been treated unfairly, people who are hungry or lonely or overlooked. And of course, these are all important expressions of justice. But the thing is, before justice becomes something we build in society, it's someone that God calls each of us to become. A just person. Justice is one of the four cardinal virtues. The Catechism defines justice as the moral virtue that gives God what is due to him and gives other people what is due to them. So justice, we might say, asks two simple questions. What is due to God? And what is due to the people he has placed in my life? It may sound simple, right? But I think it's a question that many of us don't ask very often. And notice that the definition doesn't begin with governments or laws or even society. It begins with you and with me. If we want to see a more just world, that change has to begin with our own hearts. And as you're going to hear me say repeatedly, it's just not easy. I mean, at least for me. It's often easier for me to look outward. Right? But it's much harder to quietly examine my own heart throughout the day and ask some simple but challenging questions. Am I really giving God what is due to him? Do I give him my attention? Or only what's left over at the end of the day, right after I've done everything else? Am I giving the people closest to me in my life what is due to them? Maybe my patience, my honesty, my respect, my presence. I think those questions are harder because they don't ask me to go out and change the world in ways that might bring me praise and recognition, right? They ask God to change me in the simple, ordinary, even mundane moments of everyday life. If I'm honest, it's a lot easier to notice what everyone else needs to change than to let God reveal what still needs to change in me. Like all of the virtues, becoming a just person doesn't happen overnight. It's a virtue that grows through grace and practice. And every day, God gives us ordinary opportunities to become a little more just, to choose what is right, until over time, those choices and those actions begin to shape our character. As we practice the virtues through, for, and with God, he gradually molds us and shapes us into the work of art he created us to be. Isaiah chapter 64, verse 8 gives us a powerful image of this process. God is the potter, and we are the clay. The potter doesn't shape the clay with one touch, right? He continues his work, patiently shaping us into the likeness of Christ, who is perfectly just. And here's the beautiful part. As God changes our hearts, justice naturally begins to flow into society, into our families, our workplaces, our communities. In the next video, we'll look at the third cardinal virtue, fortitude. Until then, I invite you to begin to notice those ordinary moments when God just might be giving you an opportunity to practice justice. Maybe take some time throughout each day to pause and ask, what is due to this person right now? What is due to God? Then choose wisely, prudently, and respond as best you can. That might mean giving someone your full attention instead of half listening, or keeping a promise, or speaking truthfully when it would be easier not to. Or maybe it will mean pausing to thank God before rushing into your day. But for now, I hope you'll spend a few moments in prayer asking God to shape your heart to become more like his. I've included a song link below. Until next time, pray, practice, persevere, and God bless you.